Not long ago, the being known as Crimson gathered his top lieutenants and declared a new mission. They were going to hunt the Dragon King, Medea. Golem, his most cautious agent, was stunned. Their original plan was to observe the dragons and gather intelligence. But Crimson's unexpected discovery of Ragna, a human with the power to kill gods, has drastically changed the timeline. Now is the perfect time to strike. Golem protests. He shows Crimson drone footage of Medea arriving in the capital, effortlessly using time magic, a power that should belong only to the gods. How can they possibly fight something like that? But Crimson knows something Golem doesn't. The one who will be fighting the Dragon King is a monster far stronger than any of them. Chimera, another of Crimson's agents, mocks Golem for his cowardice. But Golem fires back with a simple math problem. What is 1000 minus 7? The question completely stumps the intellectually challenged Chimera, who finds complex thought more painful than torture. As the two bicker, Crimson silences them. They are both his creations, extensions of his own genius. To insult each other is to insult him. He then reveals the key to their victory. Time magic is not invincible. Elsewhere in the capital, Ragna has his chance encounter with Medea. He is frozen, torn between his promise to Crimson to wait and the burning rage in his soul. The conflict makes him physically ill. He knows that a warrior clouded by doubt is a warrior who is slow on the draw. His slime companion warns Medea to stay away, explaining that Ragna simply has a problem with crowds. Ragna decides to retreat and regroup with Crimson, but the slime, drawn by the delicious scent of Medea's power, tries to lick her face. A small boy intervenes, and Medea gently helps him find his lost parents. Ragna is disgusted. How can this monster, who ordered the slaughter of millions, show such kindness to a child? Unable to resolve this contradiction, he leaves. But Medea calls out to him, "Have we met somewhere before?" Ragna denies it and disappears into the crowd just as the barrier dragon arrives. It is the brutish Chimera, who can't even solve simple subtraction, who intuits the fatal weakness in Medea's power. After watching the drone footage, he realizes that while Medea can stop time and rewind it, he cannot do both at the same time. This is their opening. If they attack and kill Medea, his rewind magic will automatically activate, returning him to a state where he was alive. But during that rewind period, he will be unable to stop time. All they have to do is kill him again before the rewind is complete. They can repeat this process over and over. With each death and rewind, Medea's immense magic reserves will drain, until he has no power left to rewind and finally dies for good. It is a battle of attrition. The only problem is that during each rewind, Medea will be able to unleash his full devastating power in retaliation. But Crimson is confident that Ragna, and only Ragna, can withstand that onslaught and complete the hunt. This must be how Ragna defeated him in the future timeline. It is their only viable path to victory. After leaving Medea, Ragna is silent, tormented by his decision. He knows that retreating was the logical, correct choice, but his body rebels against it, filling him with a deep, nauseating feeling. Was the future version of himself, who would have attacked without a second's hesitation, the better man? He no longer knows. Unlike his future self, who had lost everything, this Ragna has not yet suffered those losses. He cannot yet fuel himself with pure, undiluted rage. He uses a walkie-talkie to contact Crimson, reporting that he has found the target. He then turns back, heading directly for Medea. Crimson, miles away, is frustrated but not surprised. He has been subtly manipulating Ragna, brainwashing him to follow his orders and remain calm. He believed he could turn Ragna into the perfect emotionless puppet. But he underestimated the human heart. The boy Medea helped has now found his mother. But their happy reunion is short-lived. They are on today's list of people who must disappear. The barrier dragon's magic allows people inside its field to vanish without pain or fear, their existence simply erased from the minds of those around them. To Medea, this is a form of salvation, a gentle death. He even had dragon corpses displayed in the square to lull the populace into a false sense of security. Ragna watches this unfold, and the nausea he felt before is replaced by a blinding clarity. It wasn't logic that made him retreat. It was fear. Fear of the incomprehensible evil of Medea, and fear of his own inability to fully control his power. That cowardice is what made him sick, and it is a betrayal of the man he is destined to become. He steps forward. The barrier dragon appears and is instantly obliterated. Ragna has broken his promise to Crimson, because if he runs away here, the vow he made in the past, the determination that has driven him this far, will all become a lie. Medea finally recognizes him as the enemy and casts Time Stop. But he is too slow. Ragna closes the distance in an instant and cuts him down. Medea rewinds and casts Time Stop again. But Ragna is already there, striking him down a second time. Before the next rewind can even complete, the third attack hits. With each blow, Medea's mind degrades. Her counterattack is swatted away with a single punch. Ragna's message is clear. Rewind as many times as you want. I will kill you every single time. For you, the greatest kindness I can offer is to let you die here. The stoic Silver Princess becomes a giggling fangirl in Ragna's presence. There's a good reason for her admiration, beyond a simple crush. The silver swords she forges are masterpieces, but when infused with Ragna's unique silver aura, their sharpness increases exponentially. Any normal weapon would shatter under the strain of his power, but a blade forged by the princess can handle it perfectly. As she puts it, they are a perfect match. Strictly speaking of the sword and the aura, of course. Crimson has warned Ragna to conserve his strength for the battles ahead, but the soldiers of the princess's army have other plans. One by one, they challenge him to a duel. They aren't just testing his strength. They are seething with jealousy that this newcomer has captured their beloved princess's heart. The first challenger, a young man named Starlia, is instantly defeated. Ragna compliments his strength, which only makes the young warrior break down in tears. He's soon joined by an old veteran, who is also defeated in a single blow. The old man, however, recognizes the nature of Ragna's power. It's not the product of natural talent, but the pinnacle of what a talentless person can achieve through decades of brutal, unrelenting training. The realization inspires him. He has been too lazy in his own training. Next, Ragna is cornered by the twin Dragon Girl gunners. But they don't want to fight. They want gossip. Do you like the princess? They ask. Ragna is completely baffled. He neither likes nor dislikes her. They've only just met. The twins press on, asking if he at least finds her cute. He explains that since her face is always covered in bandages, he has no idea what she looks like, and worries she'll be disappointed when she sees his own face. The twins are stunned that the only time this godlike warrior shows any confidence is when he's putting himself down. Their interrogation is interrupted by Crimson Slime, who has detected the scent of dragons. The twins are delighted by the cute, talking familiar. But as they lead the slime away to a private warehouse, Ragna gets a terrible feeling. The twins' cheerful demeanor drops. They reveal their past. Born with dragon blood, they were treated as freaks and displayed in a circus sideshow. The constant abuse made them emotionally numb. They confess that their bubbly personalities are just an imitation of what normal girls their age are supposed to act like, an attempt to reclaim the feelings that were stolen from them. But now, as they look at the slime, they decide to practice a different emotion: anger. Don't worry, they say with chilling smiles. We won't kill you. We'll just do the kind of cute little pranks kids do to small animals, starting with blowing up your insides. The frenzied dragon reflects on his own transformation. How terrifying is it to be turned into a dragon? Your very consciousness is twisted against your will. He remembers when Medea first offered to save him from his pain. He thought she was spouting nonsense, but it was true. The moment the transformation was complete, the burning fire of hatred in his soul simply vanished. He remembers his human life, but the emotions tied to those memories are gone, replaced only with a deep, unshakable reverence for the Dragon King who took everything from him. And he feels no shame. He and the turtle dragon agree on one thing. As warriors, they will never again suffer the humiliation of losing their master, even if that master is their former enemy. Their new mission is twofold. First, destroy the kingdom. Second, kill the Grim Reaper and all his companions. The Claw Dragon tells them to stay out of it. The Grim Reaper is his prey. The frenzied dragon explodes with rage, calling him an idiot. The enemy specifically attacked Medea when the Claw Dragon was away. Does he want a repeat of that disaster? Especially now that Medea has lost his time magic, one more death could mean the end of their entire race. As Medea's bodyguard, the Claw Dragon is now forbidden from leaving his side. Medea, surprisingly, agrees. He admits that his previous order for the Claw Dragon to hunt Ragna was driven by emotion. He then makes a decision. Destroying the kingdom is more important than his life. The frenzied dragon accepts the mission, but with one condition. He will no longer have the luxury of providing the humans with a painless death. He will simply command his 40,000 dragons to eat every last person in the country. Medea, dropping his benevolent facade, agrees. The frenzied dragon and the turtle dragon will lead the assault and personally eliminate the Silver Princess. The Claw Dragon raises the possibility that the Grim Reaper might be with her. The frenzied dragon confirms that if he encounters the Reaper, he will immediately call for the Claw Dragon as backup. Meanwhile, the hero's mages are facing a crisis. The magic required to teleport just one person is equivalent to the entire life force of a dozen low-tier dragons. To transport all the survivors, they would need to kill more dragons than are even present in the attacking army. They are overworked, exhausted, and on the verge of a mental breakdown. The situation is hopeless, and in their moment of greatest despair, a new figure arrives. "It feels like someone needs me," he says with a smirk, "so here I am." It's Crimson, and he has come to offer them the knowledge they so desperately need.